Welcome to Fwam Fwam Sports. My name is Richard Harris, and let's talk sports. Welcome to Fwam Fwam Sports. My name is Richard Harris. Tonight is all the openers in the league, as every team has now played at least one game, whether it's at home or on the road. The NBA this year, a lot of holes to fill. Gone are Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, leaving a lot of teams to come up with some answers that maybe they don't have. Durant's on a new team. D. Wade's on a new team. D. Rose is on a new team. There are some teams that stood pat and think that if they got healthy season, could make some noise. We're not going to preview all of the NBA teams, but we're going to talk about the NBA in general, because gone are the days where the Eastern Conference is weak. The Eastern Conference actually has some formidable teams. And yes, Cleveland is the class of the East. But if Toronto has Valanciunas for the whole season, to get him some inside presence, they can bother Cleveland. Boston getting Al Horford and being able to use Isaiah and the rest of the guard tandems that they have to stay in a lot of games, they'll be interesting. D. Wade playing with Jimmy Butler and Rondo in Chicago. Obviously, we know Rondo can't shoot, but he can play make. And they got shooters all around him. So they'll be interesting. The Knicks are just, a work in progress. Just going to wait and see what happens. Indiana has inside strength, outside strength, size, all-star players, and an up-and-coming stud. And this kid from Texas, they're going to be Mr. Turner. They're going to be very, 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 very good. And that's not even mentioning Miami or Orlando or Atlanta, teams that are starting anew with new faces, with Dwight Howard in Atlanta playing in front of his family every night, with Whiteside being the focus of the attack for Miami. And who knows if they're going to get Bosch back at any time. And the 76ers, Joel Embiid is the real deal. And you combine him with Okafor and the backcourt, Harrison Barnes, not going to be as bad as you think. Disappointing team, but if they could figure out a way to get their head on right, you never know. You never know. So the East is going to be competitive. Cleveland's not going to run away with it, but the battle from 2 to 8, who gets into the postseason, going to be fun. I didn't even mention Milwaukee, who disappointed last year, but this year they look ready. They look healthy. Jason Kidd's healthy as the coach. They look fresh, sharp, and really, really. And teams like and seasons just get one more year under their belt of getting better. Out west, the story's still the same. Golden State getting Durant is great for them, but the fact is, who's going to rebound for them? They need somebody to rebound. And getting David West and Pajula, they're good players, but they can't give you 40 minutes a night. The Clippers, they need to play big. As the Spurs showed the other night, beating up on Golden State, using their size to their advantage, got to use your size to your advantage. And if the Clippers can play with Blake playing in the post and not on the three-point line like he wants to be, the sky's the limit for them. Memphis will be better as they get the other Gasol back and Conley and bringing up Randolph off the bench. Don't sleep on OKC. Westbrook will score a lot more points, but he'll also give up the ball to the bigs he has in size with Adams and Cantor. And Oladipo's going to have to make shots. He didn't make it the other day, but he's going to have to learn how to make shots. We already, you know what you're going to get with Portland. Great guard play. They need to find somebody on the inside to get him some balance. The Kings have Boogie Cousins. He's going to score 30 points a game. He's going to get technicals. He's going to be reckless, but he's going to be great. Hopefully this year will be a year where he grows up some more and gives Sacramento an opportunity to make some noise. The forgotten man, Anthony Davis. All he did was for 50 points in his first game this season. They have a lot to prove. They have nobody to help him prove it. If he can get some help from somewhere, now that Eric Gordon's in Houston, Anderson's in Houston, Buddy Hield, it's up to you, my man. Houston, well, last night they showed that Harden can score and get 17 assists and still lose. This team needs more offensive help, and they can't rebound either. The Lakers will be better than people think because the Lakers have young, hungry players who want to make a name for themselves. So the West is still good. Utah's going to be good. Gobert's good. They need, of course, Hayward not to be hurt right now. But they got athletes now. Utah's never had athletes like this. And now they got a team of athletes. So we'll see what happens with Utah. But if I was to put my money where my mouth is and say what 8 teams are going to make the playoffs and have it etched in stone, in the West, West is easy to pick in the East. I didn't even mention Minnesota. With all that talent and a new coach in Thibodeau, they're going to be better defensively second half of the year. And I think they'll be the 8th seed. I think the Spurs will be the top seed. I think the Warriors will be the 2nd seed. The Clippers will be the 3rd. I think Dallas and Portland will be 4 and 5. I think Utah will be much improved, as will Memphis. And I think Oklahoma City will be a 7th seed. And not the same team without Durant. I think in the East, it's obviously Cleveland, Toronto will be the top 2. Indiana will be probably the 3 seed. Chicago will be a 4 seed. And then the rest is fun. Boston will be a 5 seed. Milwaukee, I think, will be the 6th seed. I think the Knicks will be the 7th seed. And rounding it out, I think Atlanta Hawks will be the 8th seed. Those are my 16 playoff teams. I think Kawhi Leonard will be the league's MVP this year because he'll be not only the defensive player of the year, but he'll be just the best player in the game this year. And I think the Spurs and Cavaliers play for it all. Just one man's opinion, with the Spurs cutting the nets down. Just one man's opinion. Have a good one.